Right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning everyone. I'm Dr. Nur Hazrin Hani and I'm honored to be your Master of Ceremony for this session. So on behalf of our organizing committee, so it is my great pleasure to welcome all of you to the 7th International Conference on Engineering, Professional Ethics and Education. So it's wonderful to see all of you here coming from different places, backgrounds, and experiences. So all united by common interests in engineering, ethics, and engineering education. So this conference is not really about sharing ideas. This conference is about sharing ideas, exchanging perspectives, and asking important questions. How do we prepare our engineers for the future? How do we make sure that technology and innovations are guided by ethics? And of course, how do we continue to strengthen engineering educations in this fast-changing world? So over these 2 days, inshallah, we'll hear from inspiring keynote speakers, join thought-provoking questions, and take part in parallel sessions where our participants will share their latest research and experiences. So I'm sure all these sessions will spark new insights and ideas for everyone. So to officially get things started, so it's my pleasure to invite our conference chair, Associate Prof. Dr. Siti Nurjannah Ibrahim, to deliver the welcoming remarks. Over to you, Dr. Jannah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Hazrin. I just came back from the ODA, so sorry for the rush. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. Distinguished keynote speakers, esteemed colleagues and dear participant. On behalf of the organizing committee, it is my great honor and pleasure to warmly welcome you to the 7th International Conference on Engineering, Professional Ethics and Education, ICP 2025. This conference is organized by the Integrative Engineering Education and Ethics for Sustainability Research Group, also known as Integrates RG, Kuliah of Engineering, and sponsored by the ISESCO Chair in Sustainable Engineering IIUM. Our conference has come a long way from our very first edition of physical conference in 2009 to the virtual edition starting in 2021. ICP has grown beyond a conference and has become a nurturing community grounded in responsibility, purpose, and vision. I would like to congratulate all ICP committee members for their hard work and dedication. Although we are just a small research group, we are able to organize such a beautiful conference today. Alhamdulillah. This year's conference carries a timely and important theme, ethical AI and engineering education, transforming society for a sustainable future. With the rise of artificial intelligence, AI, it is vital for us to pause and reflect on the ethical implications of these advancements. We are united by a vision to prepare future generations of engineers who are not only skilled, but also guided by values that are rooted with integrity and responsibility. This year, we are honored to be joined by 3 distinguished voices whose wisdom will guide and inspire us. Just now, we have the talk from Prof. Dr. Ma'an Fahmi Rashid Al-Khatib, the co-chair of ISESCO Chair in Sustainable Engineering IIUM. Secondly, and next after my opening remark, we have Dr. Mus'ab Al-Rawi, the Director of ISESCO Chair for Artificial Intelligence Ethics, University of Technology and Applied Science, Sultanate of Oman. Last but not least, we have Prof. Dr. Engineer Cik Mazna, the Associate Director, Engineering Accreditation Department, Board of Engineers Malaysia, BEM, who is also a professor at the Faculty of Civil Engineering and Technology, University Malaysia Perlis UNIMAP. We are also happy to welcome all participants who are going to present their findings and share their knowledge consisting of 27 research papers during these 2 days. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, once said, "The best of people are those who are most beneficial to others." This timeless teaching is a reminder that our innovation, our research, and our classrooms must ultimately bring benefit to people. It is a call for us to align knowledge with purpose and technology with humanity. Let us celebrate the journey we have taken together, honor the history that brought us here, and look ahead with hope. May this conference be a space of meaningful dialogue, new friendships, and inspiring vision for the future. To conclude this opening speech, again, on behalf of the organizing committee, I warmly welcome you to ICP 2025 and thank you for being part of this journey. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Jannah, for that warm and motivating message. So now it's time for our first highlight, which is the keynote address by Prof. Dr. Mus'ab Al-Rawi. So to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker, I call upon the keynote session chair, Prof. Engineer Dr. Zuraida Ahmad. Over to you, Prof. Zu.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, our chairman. So I would like to what we call it invite through mini. I would like to play video recording for Prof. Dr. Musa Alwi. He is currently attached with University of Technology and Applied Science Sultanate of Oman and also one of director of ISESCO Chair for Artificial Intelligence AI Ethics. So a little bit of biodata about Dr. Musab Al-Rawi. Dr. Musab Al-Rawi is a distinguished academic and researcher specializing in artificial intelligence, robotics, and computer engineering with expertise in AI ethics. Embedded not just in AI ethics, is also expert in embedded system, biomedical applications, and robotic design. He currently serves as director of the ISESCO Research Chair of AI Ethics at the University of Technology and Applied Science Oman, and leading initiative in ethical AI development, policy creations, capacity building, and fostering international collaborations. Dr. Al-Rawi has been instrumental in organizing workshops, conferences, and research projects addressing the societal impact of AI. His extensive academic experience include roles in Turkey, Malaysia, USA, Korea, Japan, and Kazakhstan, where he has contributed to advancing cutting-edge technologies and educations. Recognized as a global thought leader, he actively bridged academia and industry to shape the ethical landscape of AI and emerging technology. Without further ado, we would like to ask the Secretariat to play the recorded video, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear professors, doctors, lecturers, dear students, and a warm welcome to everyone. Pleasure to address you at this important gathering, and I am truly honored to share insights with such a distinguished audience of scholars, educators, and future professionals. It is a privilege to join you for the 7th International Conference on Engineering Professional Ethics and Education 2025. The theme of my presentation is Ethical AI in Education and Engineering, Guiding Principles for a Sustainable Future. I sincerely apologize that I could not be with you in person today due to other professional commitments. My name is Dr. Musab Al-Rawi, Director of the ISESCO Chair for AI Ethics at the University of Technology and Applied Sciences, Oman. I am very pleased to share my reflections on this important topic online. I firmly believe that embedding ethics in artificial intelligence is essential if we are to ensure that these powerful technologies serve humanity responsibly, supporting both education and engineering in ways that are transparent, fair, accountable, and sustainable. I hope the ideas I present today will inspire meaningful discussion, and I encourage each of you as educators, policymakers, researchers, and future leaders to reflect on how we can collectively contribute to building an ethical AI ecosystem that is globally trusted and locally relevant. Artificial intelligence is already reshaping education in profound ways. In education, AI has the power to personalize learning at a scale we could never achieve before. Imagine a classroom where each student follows a learning journey tailored to their unique pace and style. In Finland, for example, schools have piloted an AI-driven reading tutor that adapts the text difficulty in real time based on each child's progress. Teachers report that this has helped struggling readers improve fluency far faster than through traditional methods. Similar AI platforms are now being tested in language learning, where virtual tutors adapt accents and vocabulary according to the learner's native language. AI also supports teachers directly. In China, a large-scale trial used AI to scan handwritten homework from thousands of students, automatically flagging common errors. This allowed teachers to spend less time marking and more time mentoring students individually. These kinds of systems show how AI can free teachers to focus on human-centered skills like motivation, creativity, and empathy. In engineering, AI is powering robotics, predictive maintenance, and smart infrastructure. One striking case is Denmark's use of AI in its national energy grid. The system continuously balances solar, wind, and battery storage in real time, cutting waste and reducing costs even during fluctuating weather conditions. Another example comes from Japan, where construction companies are using AI-powered drones to survey and map building sites. This not only improves efficiency, but also enhances worker safety by reducing the need for manual inspections in hazardous areas. Remember always that with opportunity comes risk. The same AI tutor in Finland that supports children with adaptive reading lessons could also widen inequality if students in rural areas do not have reliable internet access. In China's case, some parents complained that automated grading lacked empathy and failed to capture the creativity in their children's work. The AI grid in Denmark, while efficient, also revealed a new vulnerability. If compromised by cyber attacks, it could cause widespread blackouts. These examples highlight the tension between potential and risk, which is at the very heart of why ethics in AI matters. If we adopt AI blindly, we risk creating systems that are efficient but unfair, powerful but untrustworthy. If we guide AI with ethics, however, we can unlock its benefits while protecting human dignity, fairness, and equity. And that brings me to the purpose of today's talk. My goal is to explore guiding principles for sustainable AI in both education and engineering. I also want to highlight the role of the ISESCO Chair for AI Ethics, which is working actively to shape these principles not only in our region, but also internationally. Through research, training, and collaboration, we are building frameworks to ensure that AI is deployed responsibly, with respect for cultural values and societal needs. Guiding principles. First, and the most important and difficult at the same time is, transparency is about making AI understandable. When a system makes a decision, whether grading a student or optimizing a machine, we should be able to hear or explain how and why. Without explainability, we lose trust. At ISESCO, we encourage governments and institutions to adopt standards that require AI systems to be explainable, especially in high-stakes areas like education and engineering. Example: in higher education, a professor attempted full transparency by sharing his algorithm that adjusted TA grading bias. Instead of trust, students became angrier. Too much detail undermined confidence. This Goldilocks effect shows transparency must be balanced, not overwhelming. Also, in the Netherlands, an algorithm used to detect welfare fraud flagged thousands of citizens without explanation. The lack of transparency led to false accusations, eroded trust, and the system was eventually declared unlawful. This case shows why explainability is critical in high-stakes areas. The second, on fairness and equity, which AI must be fair. In education, we must avoid bias in admissions, grading, or scholarship allocation. In engineering, we must ensure that systems don't favor one group while excluding another. Fairness is not automatic. It requires deliberate design, for example. In the US, an admissions algorithm used by some schools was found to favor applicants from wealthy zip codes, reinforcing social inequality. ISESCO Chair on ETHSIL AI works with universities to integrate fairness checks into AI curricula and projects. Accountability and responsibility. Who is responsible when AI makes a mistake also? Is it the developer then? Who the teacher? Also the institution that give me many quotations. Without accountability, we risk harm without remedy. We need clear lines of responsibility. This is why ISESCO Chair on Ethic AI emphasizes governance frameworks that assign roles for oversight and review. Last, in 2018, a self-driving Uber car in Arizona struck and killed a pedestrian. The incident raised tough questions. Was it the responsibility of the AI engineers, the safety driver, or the company? Without clear accountability, victims are left without remedy when we come to privacy and data protection. In 2019, millions of US students' records were exposed in a breach of an EdTech platform, raising alarms about children's privacy. This highlights how education data, if not properly secured, can put vulnerable groups at risk. So AI thrives on data, but with data comes risk. Students' information, patients' records, engineering designs, these are sensitive. We must protect privacy and ensure ethical data use. In our work at Chair on Ethic AI, we encourage data protection laws and training the staff and students and developer as well, so that AI development respects both legal and moral boundaries. When we talk about the human-centric design, happened in the UK's National Health Service. An AI chatbot for triage once advised patients inappropriately for complex conditions. Doctors insisted the tool should never replace medical judgment, but only support it. Human oversight prevented harm. So AI must support humans, not replace them. In education, AI should help teachers, not substitute their judgment. In engineering, AI should be a tool in the hands of creative professionals. Human oversight is non-negotiable. This is why we promote training programs that teach students how to work with AI rather than rely on AI. Training GPT-3, one of the largest AI models, was estimated to consume as much electricity as hundreds of US households in a year. On the other hand, AI is being used in agriculture to optimize water usage, cutting waste by 30%. These two sides show the need for balance. AI can harm or help sustainability depending on how we design it. when it come in. Sustainability. AI consumes massive energy. Training one large AI model can emit as much carbon as 5 cars over their lifetime. That's not sustainable. But AI can also help us achieve the UN Sustainable Development Goals if applied responsibly. Chair on Ethic AI Advocates for AI solutions that align with sustainability goals, whether in smart energy, agriculture, or green engineering. In education, we already see AI tutors, automated grading, and personalized content delivery. But there are risks. AI tutors might favor students with better internet access, widening the digital divide between urban and rural students. Automated grading might reflect bias in training data, as seen in the UK, where an AI-based grading system downgraded thousands of students during the COVID-19 pandemic, favoring those from private schools while disadvantaging students from public schools. Another example comes from the United States, where an algorithm used to recommend college admissions was criticized for disadvantaging minority students because it was trained on historical patterns of inequality. At the chair, we have been working with universities to test AI tools in classrooms while embedding ethical guidelines. For example, when using AI grading, we ensure that there is always human review to catch anomalies. In one pilot project, a student's essay was wrongly flagged as AI generated by an automated tool, but human review corrected the error. This illustrates why oversight must remain in place. In another case, plagiarism detection AI falsely accused several students of cheating because of technical errors in the software. These experiences reinforce the importance of always combining AI with human judgment. We have also encouraged universities to teach AI ethics not just as theory, but as practice. So students graduating in computer science, engineering, or even education are aware of the ethical dimensions of their work. In engineering, AI drives robotics, smart cities, and predictive maintenance. But ethical risks include safety, accountability, and misuse of autonomous systems. A real case was Uber's self-driving car accident in Arizona, which raised questions about accountability in AI-driven transport. Boeing also faced criticism when AI-assisted autopilot contributed to 2 aviation disasters, highlighting the difficulty of assigning responsibility when humans and AI share control. In construction, predictive maintenance systems sometimes overlook safety-critical but rare conditions, creating ethical challenges for engineers. We encourage engineers to follow ethical codes when deploying AI, especially in areas like autonomous vehicles or infrastructure design. At the chair, we collaborate with policymakers to make sure that AI-based engineering projects are evaluated for fairness, transparency, and safety before deployment. A very good example is smart infrastructure. AI can optimize energy use in a city, but it must be designed to benefit all neighborhoods, not just wealthy districts. We have seen cases where predictive policing algorithms allocated more resources to affluent neighborhoods instead of underserved ones, creating inequality. In another case, smart traffic light systems in large cities improved traffic flow for business districts, but left residential areas with longer waiting times. These are the kinds of ethical questions we must address in real-world projects. When it came to the safety frameworks for AI-driven design, and robotics offer tremendous opportunities in fields such as autonomous like cars, drones, and medical robots. But without strong safety frameworks, these systems can create new dangers. Highlighted the urgent need for multi-layered safety protocols that include continuous monitoring, human override, and independent audits. Some place like in Japan provides a positive case with its factory robots that are programmed to halt immediately if they sense a human entering their path, an approach that protects workers while maintaining productivity. Here, we encourage policymakers and engineers to adopt layered safeguards before deploying AI in real-world environments. Ethical codes of practice for engineers are essential to guide engineers when technology intersects with sensitive areas of life. The IEE Global Initiative on Ethics of Autonomous and Intelligent Systems is one strong example, as it provides us engineers with guidance on accountability, transparency, and respect for human rights. Without such codes, engineers may face dilemmas alone. At this point, we work with universities to integrate such codes into engineering education so that students learn not only technical excellence, but also the responsibility to question how their designs may affect people and societies. To do the collaborations between ethicists, educators, and engineers, it's really no single profession can solve the challenges of AI. Engineers may build the systems, but ethicists bring an understanding of values and social impacts, and educators ensure that knowledge spreads to future generations. A strong international case is the European Union's AI for People initiative, which brought together researchers, industry leaders, and ethicists to draft one of the first comprehensive ethical frameworks for AI, later influencing EU policy. Locally, we can envision a similar model where policymakers, engineers, and universities in Oman and across the ISESCO region collaborate to test AI in areas like smart cities or cultural heritage preservation. At the chair, we promote this collaborative approach through workshops that bring students, professors, policymakers, and AI developers together to debate real case studies. One recent exercise involved evaluating the ethical use of AI chatbots in classrooms, showing how multiple perspectives are needed to find balanced solutions. The safety frameworks make sure AI systems do not harm people. Ethical codes of practice guide engineers to make responsible decisions, and collaborations ensure no perspective is missing when AI systems are deployed. Together, these three pillars provide a solid foundation for building trust in AI and ensuring its benefits reach society without sacrificing human values. What will be the future outlook as AI evolves? Governance must evolve too. What worked 5 years ago may no longer work tomorrow. For countries in our region, the challenge is not only to adopt international standards, but also to adapt them carefully to local culture, social values, and economic realities. The future of AI governance will require flexibility, inclusiveness, and continuous learning. Building local capacity is one of the most urgent priorities. Without trained educators and policymakers, our countries risk becoming consumers of imported AI systems rather than creators of homegrown solutions. Some example in Singapore invested heavily in national AI literacy programs, offering short training courses for teachers, civil servants, and engineers. This helped them rapidly build a workforce that understands both AI opportunities and risks. We are also developing similar training pathways for universities in our region, ensuring that students and professionals learn not only the technical aspects of AI, but also the ethical frameworks that must guide its use. Promoting public awareness is equally vital. If societies do not understand what AI can and cannot do, fear and misinformation can spread quickly. A strong case occurred during the COVID-19 pandemic when some countries rolled out AI-based contact tracing apps. In places like South Korea and Germany, high levels of public trust and awareness led to widespread adoption, helping reduce infections. In other countries where people feared misuse of personal data, adoption rates stayed low and the apps failed to achieve their goal. The lesson is clear. The AI tools succeed only when the public trusts them. We also encourage outreach campaigns that explain AI's benefits and risks in simple language, targeting not only students, but also parents, workers, and policymakers. Strengthening cooperation between governments, universities, and international organizations will also shape the future. Till now, No, any single country can face AI's challenges alone. The European Union's AI Act is a case in point. It was developed with wide consultation across academia, industry, and civil society, and is now one of the most comprehensive regulatory frameworks in the world. Our region can benefit from similar cooperative models. For instance, Oman's collaboration with the OECD and UNESCO in digital policy shows how international partnerships bring expertise and credibility to local initiatives. At CHAIR, we are building networks that connect universities across the Islamic world with global research centers, creating spaces for joint research, shared data resources, and co-developed governance models. Looking forward, we must also prepare for new domains of risk. Autonomous weapons, deepfake technologies, and generative AI models that can produce false information at scale are already reshaping geopolitics and security. For our region, it is important to participate actively in these global debates rather than waiting for others to decide. Ethical governance of AI cannot stop at national borders. It must be part of a collective international vision. Now, we are working to ensure that our region is not left behind. We are creating expert networks, delivering training programs, and developing collaborative research projects. Our goal is to make sure that our countries are not just passive users of AI imported from abroad, but active leaders in designing and deploying AI ethically and responsibly. To conclude our topic for today, I would like to emphasize again that AI is not simply another technological tool. It is a transformative force that is already reshaping education, governance, and even our daily choices. The question is no longer if AI will shape our societies, but how. Will it shape them for the better, or will it deepen inequalities, erode trust, and create new risks? The answer depends entirely on us. If we embed ethics in every stage of AI transparency, fairness, accountability, human-centric design, and sustainability, then AI can become a partner in human progress. It can enhance learning, empower engineers, improve healthcare, and create smarter and greener cities. But if we neglect these principles, we risk systems that may be fast and efficient, but fundamentally unfair, opaque, or even harmful. We already have evidence of both paths. The failures of AI grading systems in the UK and biased recruitment tools at Amazon revealed how quickly trust collapses when fairness and transparency are missing. The self-driving car accident in Arizona raised hard questions about accountability when humans and AI share decision-making. Yet, we also see hopeful and good examples. Singapore's national AI strategy has turned education into a driver of AI literacy across society. South Korea's ethical use of AI in pandemic management showed how public trust and transparency can make technology effective in protecting lives. In Europe, the AI Act demonstrated that with collaboration and foresight, societies can create comprehensive governance models that balance innovation with ethical safeguards. This balance is what the ICESCO Chair for AI Ethics is dedicated to. Our mission is not just academic. It is practical, human, and forward-looking. We are here to guide, to train, and to collaborate. We work with universities to prepare future generations of engineers, educators, and researchers who understand not only how to build AI, but also how to govern it responsibly. We work with governments and international partners to ensure policies reflect both global best practices and local cultural realities. We create spaces where ethicists, educators, and policymakers sit together to debate, test, and refine ethical approaches. This mission is urgent because the future will not wait. The pace of AI development is exponential, and the gap between those who prepare responsibly and those who do not will grow wider. If our region commits now to ethical AI, we will not only adopt solutions developed elsewhere, We will contribute original innovations and governance models that reflect our values and serve our societies. So, as I close, I invite all of you to see yourselves as active participants in this journey. Whether you're educators, shaping the next generation, building systems, policymakers drafting laws, or students learning new skills, you all have a stake in ensuring AI is guided by ethics. Together, we can build a future where AI is not only powerful, but also fair, transparent, and sustainable. Thank you very much for your kind attention and for joining the 7th International Conference on Engineering Professional Ethics and Education 2025. I now look forward to your questions, reflections, and ideas. Please feel free to share your questions by scanning the QR code and leaving your email address, and I will be glad to respond as soon as possible. Your contributions are just as valuable as the content I have shared today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear professors,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Prof. Dr. Mus'ab. We are very fortunate today, despite of outstations in Iraq, Dr. Mus'ab is together with here today to answer all the questions. So, Assalamu alaikum, Prof. You are muting, Prof.
Waalaikum assalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, Prof.
Assalamu alaikum, Prof.
Assalamu wabarakatuh. Thank you, Prof, for allowing me to speak today.
We cannot hear you, Prof.
This is the problem. This was the most important things to record my voice. How is right now, Prof? Now, how is my voice? Assalamu alaikum, Prof. How's my voice right now?
Yeah, loud and clear, Prof.
Okay.
All right, so most probably there are some of our participants, they have questions, but before they have questioning you, I have one questions by myself. I would like to ask you, can
Yes.
ethical, yeah, are you okay?
Okay, Prof.
So can ethical frameworks for AI be universal, or are they always shaped by cultural and religious values, Prof?
It is actually by culture and religious values. It's not a standard. It's depend on the area and the environment and the countries that you work.
Okay, thank you very much. Is there other questions by the floor that would like to ask, Prof?
I just add,
Yeah.
Prof, that we are formal some policy when we do in the ethics chair. We form so many policy, but this policy depend on the, like our university have 11 branch. Each branch his own policy. We cannot make one policy for all the branch because each branch in have one state. And we got like 12 states in the Sultanate of Oman. So each state have his own culture, his own environment, his own people, and the levels and everything. So they have their own policy. We have some policy, we can adjust it based on.
Tailor-made
But-
based on the area.
Yeah, but we have to follow the standard global standards. Global standard, but adjustment to based on the situation and it is ethics. It's not that rules that we have all to follow. It's ethics.
Okay, understood, Prof. So we give the chances to others to ask the questions. Good. Is there any other questions?
Assalamualaikum, Prof.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Shukran jazilan. Thank you very much for the presentation. I have two questions for you.
Please.
First, who do you think should be held accountable when the AI system causes harm? Is it the developer or the company or maybe the user?
Just we explain.
Yes, Prof.
Yes, Prof. Sorry, continue your question.
Sorry. Just one more question.
Yes.
Could you please give example what on the role, example of roles that communities, the layman, the civil society could play in shaping AI governance. That's all, Prof. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. We got the first question, like always repeating the Arizona accidents was have in the car, electric cars. Where during the investigator, that was the user issue. Is not the developer. At that time was the user issue. Plus the data type of the data collection. We are lacking of the data collection before. Right now, with this developing so much, the social media, all the data you posted every day, Instagram, Facebook, and it being all collected, the data becoming perfect. So, and the developer with long experience, it will becoming, according to accountability, he's getting his levels too high. With helping with algorithms, there are no error. So accountability is becoming from the user. This is what happening in every times. The problem with what we're facing, the user, the AI designing in standard is not designed based on the area where you are. So you have to getting a compatibility, reliability, you have to get it based on the area you have to adjust it. One of the rules that we are building it, we have to building committee in each country, belong to the chair. So when you're coming the system, before you adjust it, before you just use it, you have to adjust it before use it. One things we're facing, like in United States, the signboard is clear. We can see it. So the camera can see it. We develop the system based on the signboard. Take right to the airport, then left for arrival, for departure. But the issue we were facing with other country, for example, in Malaysia, when I've been, the signboard, because of raining, it doesn't show clear. And so many times we go to Kelantan, I cannot see even the signboard. So the issue is here is not the problem with the data or the developer, it's the user. So here we have what we do in this car, auto driving car, we have to adjust them based on the GPS, not based on the camera in the front of the dashboard. We have to adjust. So we close it. This is why we say we readjust it. We are not consuming of AI. We are building AI based on the chair. This here, from here, I can call anyone want to join our committee for the chair. You are most welcome. You have the QR code. You just leave the message there and we'll respond to you back. Okay.
Both of the questions is already. Okay. Can you answer the questions for number 2, Prof?
Number 2, Awaz, sorry.
If I may ask the our Dr. Adiba to ask again on the questions. I also
I think thank you for the answer for question number 1. Very clear. You give a very clear example. Thank you so much, Prof. My next question was if you could provide some example for laymen on their roles as the society, as the communities, the role that they could play in shaping AI governance.
Prof. Adiba, is a very good question. Actually, we are collecting all the shaping the AI from society, from committee. Yeah, we have to know what the committee need, what the committee required, what the culture with them. Because even in Malaysia, in each state culture, like Sabah and Sarawak, Kuching, you have Kedah people. So it's different. Each state it have different. So the committee is the most important things to shaping the AI. I always, when we go to every speech, every training, every workshop that we give it, we say that not consuming AI, adjusting AI to your level. Not just. So how to adjust it? We go to the committee service and we ask them to collaborate in AI. We need team in each state. They are collaborating in AI to be adjusted to our own only. Okay, thank you, Prof. Adiba.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. But I just would like to highlight that besides the Zoom that we are in now, we are also have streaming live on YouTube. So there are also some questions from this live on YouTube that I can read it for you, Prof. How can we ensure that the integrations of AI in education and engineering does not widen existing inequalities, particularly for students from undeserved or differently able background?
Yeah.
Did you get the questions? Yeah.
Good. Yes, good questions. Thank you. Prof, we are talking about integrating AI in the educations. We are not only integrating, we're going to use it for sure in 100%.
Yeah, true.
And if you're talking about now, if one of the slides I mentioned, what we are designing for 5 years, it will not working tomorrow. Before, the university have policy, mission, and vision for every 10 years, then 5 years. So it will not working for tomorrow anymore. The AI is already replacing the way we are teaching. Here, what we're going to do, that the student getting the knowledge before from the book, from the lecturer, from the class, now they're getting from AI. So when you're going to speak in the class in front of the student, they say, no, they never reading the book. They get it from the social media. They don't read in the book. They say, no, it's like that. He have more information, but it's correct. What we're going to design is we're going to design offline ChatGPT to each organization and uploading all the syllabus, all the books in this offline ChatGPT or chatbot to helping the student to work up and to use it fully. So as we mentioned also in the presentation, that not only touting, we have to touting how the ethic use of AI. So it's not integrating, it's replacing for the education system as now when they're doing the class. So we have to integrate the student how to using in an ethically way and wider for the class and how to depend in both resource. But always we teaching the student, they have not to trust only AI, they have to work for the both, the human and the AI.
So in this matter, we are not just consumer, but we are going to be contributor as well, developer as well. That is,
Building a new AI into our organization, to our society, or to our classroom also. Asking the student how to building AI, how to also integrate the AI in the after the class, ethically way.
All right, Prof. We are still waiting. Is there any other questions from the floor?
And also to have the QR code, please, if you feel at any time, so you can scan the QR code. It will be my email there. I'll respond to you as soon as possible.
Yeah, Prof has provided us with the QR code. Those who would like to, what we call it, ask further questions, you can use that QR code. We are also going to put the QR code in our WhatsApp group so that it is easy for the participants to WhatsApping you, inshallah.
Inshallah. You can add me also WhatsApp group.
Sorry, Telegram, yeah.
Telegram, awesome.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? We have at some time. Okay, if we
and also, if you want to joining the committee, the teams, you just email us to joining the team of the chair.
Yeah, I just talked to the chairman of this what we call it, conference. She most likely would like to join you, Prof.
Most welcome.
Most
welcome, Prof.
We call it good promotion from you, Prof.
Most welcome.
So I believe Prof Aisha would like to ask one question.
Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikum salam wa barakatuh.
Okay, I'm Aisha here. Okay, so can you elaborate on what is our role if we join the group? Because we really want to join.
Most welcome.
So what is the role?
We are formal groups and we're giving training, for example, training, and we have to reshape the AI. So we know the society, what you are doing there. So we give you the policy and we are follow with you how to adjust the policy based on your university, only your university, not other university, because based on the state. So we give you the standard and we work with you together how to adjust it based on your classroom, based on your student, the feedback that you give to us. So here the rule for you to implement AI, enhance AI inside your university
Okay. So we will email you.
by training, by all, and follow up with it.
Okay. Thank
The
you.
chair is 4 years. It's been 2 years in Sultan of Oman, remained another 2 years. The chair of Ethic AI, Cisco Ethic AI, responsible about whole Islamic world with 65 countries for the policymakers, for enhance shaping the AI, the building the ethics rules of using AI.
Okay. Thank you, Prof. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof.
Most welcome.
Is there any questions? There's another one questions from Augie.
Okay, thank you so much. See you.
One questions more.
Sorry, sir.
Assalamualaikum, Prof. Is Hasmawati, and I just want to ask your opinion because right now we have ChatGPT, like generative AI tools like ChatGPT, and our students are using it, and we cannot stop them from using it because the technology is already there. But at the same time, I think as educators, we also have to help them, like guide our students to balance between using the generative AI and not compromising their integrity and ability. Because if they depend too much on it, they might, like lose their ability to do some critical thinking, for example. So, I would like to ask for your opinion. How do you think we can, balance between our students using it and also not losing their integrity and originality?
Thank you. Very important question. And always we're getting asking with this question. Prof, now we have to flip the class. No more we're using the traditional way and the classic way of teaching the class. We're giving assignment and waiting for them to get the answer. The rubrics to evaluate the assignment or any homework, it must change. One of the rules of the committees, it must be changed. The way how you deliver the questions to the student must be changed. We do not forget the main things, critical thinking or creativity thinking or problem solving. So AI, it help you to solve the problem easy. So we have the way to change the question to make the student depend on themselves and also in AI to solve the problem. For example, I always, if it's normal work for my students, I ask them to find the questions, everything, prepare the slide. Okay, off the slide and present. I don't want the slide. So he have to present, not reading the slide, present. Different but between the reading the slide and the present. Now creative thinking, it will come. Thinking on the solution, it will come from his mind. So I change the way how the student present. I always making something in hand-on workshop, hand-on assignment. So during the class, they can using AI to solve the problem, but they still using their brain to think also. So the comment is here for you, Prof. The flipping class is most important things. You have to change the way of teaching the students.
Thank you very much, Prof, for a very good answer. And sometimes you give the metaphor for us to understand. I believe there is no other questions. So thank you again for becoming our keynote speakers. Inshallah, could be there are some good collaboration will be done after this, inshallah, Prof.
Inshallah.
Yeah, so with that, Prof, once again, Jazakallah khair. But before that, we would like to take photos, and hopefully all the participants inside here can switch on to the camera mode so that we can take photo together.
Okay, so I will take picture. Everyone, please turn on your camera. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me go. Okay, I think that's one. Let me, I think there's another page here. Let me take the second page. Okay, smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay, done. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much again, Prof.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you.
Now, we will give back to Dr. Hazrin, our chairman for today. Dr. Hazrin.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Zhu. Okay, and with that, we officially kick off the 7th International Conference on Engineering Ethics, Engineering Professional Ethics and Education. We hope that you'll find our session enriching, the discussions meaningful, and of course, you will take this opportunity to connect with one another. So thank you once again for being here, and let's make this conference a memorable and impactful one together. So I think, okay, so we're approaching our break session now. So we'll now take a break, and the program will continue at 2 p.m. So see you then, inshallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Well,
Waalaikumsalam.